Howdy everyone, this is LockNutz.
And Taz.
And you're watching episode 12 of the Teaming Up series on Adelshoven. Hopefully you'll stick around to see what happens. Howdy, 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 how are you guys doing today? Oh my goodness, I tell you what, here we are, back on Adelshoven, Taz and I. What the heck's going on? I gotta get out of here. Ooh, scary. Taz and I are out here on Adelshoven from our journey from Pavlova, sitting here trying to figure out what we gotta do. Working, getting the rest of our stuff taken care of. Now, I know we have to go ahead and sell everything off as we're moving. We are just taking care of our fields quick. I mean, that's pretty much what we got going on here, getting everything buttoned up. Now, Taz and I, we've gone ahead and we've been doing some talking here. There are some implements that we are going to end up taking over to Adelshoven. I'm not 100% sure which ones, but I know Taz has been doing some digging here. Taz, what implements are we actually taking over to Adelshoven with us?
It's a couple of implements from Grimme Pack for potatoes, so one planter and two of the potato harvesters.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. I think that would work out pretty good going over there, but like I said, I just can't remember what we all got going on over there. Taz, I know we're out here. Do you think we should really bale the straw, or do you think we can just leave that for the next owner of the farm?
I guess you can bale it. It would be an opportunity to test the Vermeer baler.
Oh yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll give that a shot. That's a good idea.
Yeah, making the largest bales possible and selling them out.
Okay. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. We have you're talking this baler over here? Or are we talking about that auto baler?
No, that one is in the shed.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll work on doing that then. I'm going to take this, I'm going to put this at the end of the field here, Taz. So whenever you're ready, you can just dump everything off in there and I'll move it on over. But I guess, with that being said, guys, with parking that at the end of the field, this is the last episode of Adelshoven. I think this is going to be a nice opportunity for Taz and myself to kind of wrap up on things, look things over, give one last hurrah looking off into the horizon. Hopefully we won't be going back up the hill to, the land, whatever the heck that sell point is at the top of the hill. Gosh, that's a killer. Ugh, that's a murder. But, Taz and I, after we've been going out here, teaming up, doing a bunch of things on here, we've had a lot of fun. We've had a lot of mistakes, mainly on my part. And I think probably one that stands out quite a bit is when I was absolutely wrong about the what the heck was it called? The collisions. So here, let me just show you what I'm talking about. All right, I'll hop back in here and take this over.
So the collision is the thing that makes it like you have a physical boundaries of the item.
Okay.
It doesn't have anything to do with the visual stuff.
It doesn't have anything to do with the visual stuff. Okay, so in other words, guys, I've lied to you yet again. Hopefully you forgive me, but if you can't, I understand. No one likes a liar.
I couldn't let it through being a mod maker.
Okay.
And having understanding what it is.
Yeah, I was always under the impression that I do know the collisions, and the way I go ahead and look at it, for each one of these leaves up here or whatever, there's essentially a block around it, that one particular leaf. So each one of these leaves has its own block around it, and then the block, you add all these blocks together and you have like a bunch of blocks around it. That's kind of what the collision is, like the boundaries around things. I don't know if that's a right way of thinking about it. I don't know.
It might be, but making the collision for every leaf would make the performance of the game to suffer.
Sure. So
So
instead
it's
of
made more on a texture other than making all the physical material appearing on. Yeah, kind of trying to be smart, but not happening at all.
Sure. So instead of going ahead and having it around each and individual leaf, essentially there's just, okay, you put that tree down and there are parameters around this, dimensions around this, blocks around this that blocks certain activities from being able to run into it or from ruining your day if there's a tree that's right across the field that you're trying to harvest. Makes sense.
Yeah, that would make more sense. So, like, when you have the branch or the log staying up above the bottom of the trailer or the ground, it's just the collision that goes over the visual part of the tree.
Okay. Well, that's just a prime example right there of Taz not only holding my hand, but definitely putting me in my place. And you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm glad to have Taz out here. I'm glad to be teaming up with him. It's just been a great experience, all in all. Taz, I guess with that being said, you know, what part of this adventure that we were on here did you, what was your favorite part? What was one thing that really stood out that you really, really enjoyed, I guess would be a good thing to say?
I would say that teaming up is the most favorite thing for me. Just working in the same place on the same farm, synchronizing the work, especially when we go on like vineyards and olive fields.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. I always, you know, honestly, that was probably one of my more favorite parts too, getting out there and working around with the olives, working around with the grapes, just the general back and forth, up and down. All of that was just a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to set this right up over here. And I think we got an example that you might be talking about, right about now.
It's yielding quite good, so about 63% if you want to go alongside.
All right. Well, I'm filling this up, guys. You just sit tight. Sit tight. Put your feet up. Now, one of the conversations that Taz and I did have a little bit earlier here is we were kind of talking about doing some of this stuff together, teaming up, really getting together and sharing in the misery, sharing in the glory when it came to this, doing this side-by-side farming, this farming with someone else. One of the things that we talked about is the Antonio Carrera pack, these little tiny super tractors that we got here, super tigers. Both of us kind of were in the same boat as, you know, all right, this came out, not a big fan of it, but I tell you what, these are actually very impressive. Not gonna lie, very impressive. As you can kind of see here, it's like getting myself going in a straight line. These little bad mamma jammas, I'm going 8 miles an hour. Got this motor going 8 miles an hour, and we'll see. Oh, wait, we gotta wait a second here. We gotta wait a second here. We can showcase what's going on here. Oh, see, that's the other thing about playing with somebody else, is that you sit there and you see the other person struggling, and you're like, you know what? I've been there. I've been there. Oh, man, so this is what I wanted to show you. Recording starting right now. You wanna start? We'll go.
Well, let's go.
Oh, shoot, I just jumped out of my vehicle. There we go.
At least with having a line, you can see where it went with this sprayer.
Exactly. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Howdy, everyone. This is... Wait, no. What do I say?
This is bad, no.
Howdy, everyone. This is LockNutz and your... LockNutz and... Okay, all right. Howdy everyone, this is LockNutz,
And Taz.
and you're watching episode 10 of the Teamin' Up series on Adelshoven. Hopefully you'll stick around to see what happens. I tell you what, that was an awful lot of fun going ahead and jumping out there and working on the grapes, working on the olives. It really was a lot of fun to be able to get out there. It's just like a lot of the other things on the game here that we've taken the opportunity. We've been able to go ahead, team up, work together, and do a lot of this stuff, and it just shows you a lot of these tasks that can be a pain in the butt are really, really a lot of fun. Well, at least it makes it a lot easier. Now, if I were to go ahead and say what I thought I enjoyed the most part about it, it would definitely be like all the conversations and everything we've had off camera when we're not recording. It's just a lot of fun to be able to talk shop, talk about the game a ton with somebody else who's just as interested in it as myself. But I'd have to say about the in-game stuff, I'd have to say the thing that I really enjoyed the most was probably some of the sillier things we did, like when we took the little super cats, the little tigers out there, rocking and rolling, cutting the grass with those things, windrowing and everything. Just instead of using normal sized equipment, we intentionally did the small stuff to make the magic happen. I think I just had a lot of fun doing some of that sillier things. There we go. Perfect.
Oh, you could go.
Am I just doing everything wrong here, Taz?
Nah.
I feel like I'm doing this wrong. I feel like you have a plan, and I am not following your plan very well.
So it's gonna be like 3 headland runs right now,
Okay.
from what I see.
Mainly because someone over on this end of the computer screen is having problems following directions or understanding what needs to be done.
Wow.
Oh, man.
The ping is going up and down right now.
Howdy, everyone. This is LockNutz,
And Taz.
and you're watching episode 6 of the Teamin' Up series on Adelshoven. Hopefully you'll stick around to see what happens. One more time. Pretty good, but
Yeah. I snoozed up on my line. Or on my half line.
all right. I forgot we gotta get out here. Oops. I heard a Bella. Let's see, where is it? There it is. You want to toss it up to me? I'll catch it. Alright, I'll catch it. Well, I don't have hands, so I guess I can't catch it. Perfect. A little rebel?
That kind of work.
Little rebel, we found your buddies. Alright, I'm stuck. Ladder away. Booyah. One thing down. I think right in here is where we can take and sell this. I don't know. That might not be right there. I bet you we got to go over here to this other
Yeah.
location. But, you know, it's been very interesting to get out here and try a lot of these things. Oh, not going to be there. Nope. Let's get over here. Maybe it
No,
is
you
over
just
here.
need to take the straps off.
Okay. All right. We'll back up. We'll do it. It's definitely been interesting to get out here and do the series, Taz. I guess you got any final thoughts? Any final ideas?
Yeah.
Holy cats!
You see that old lady walking?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's walking like she should be, like slower than the young ones. I just noticed that difference.
That is
So
No, that's fine. That's pretty awesome. I actually hadn't noticed that on the map.
Yeah.
And I think that
But
does. Oh, you can go ahead.
the challenge of getting the time to record for us is quite interesting as well. Just getting the notice from each other, then we can get to the recording.
Exactly, and that's the one thing I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but Taz and I aren't really sitting in rooms right next to each other, so it definitely makes setting time aside to get this. So I know when we first started doing the Teaming Up series, we initially said that we weren't sure on how often we were going to be able to get together. We weren't sure how many episodes we were going to be able to put out, but we had the opportunity to do it, and I think it just goes to show you that there's a lot about this game that's just super cool. It brings people from all walks of life together to go ahead and do different things to be able to play one common thing and just enjoy it. Just absolutely enjoy it. So it's been a lot of fun. I don't know about you, Tess. I've had a lot of fun here in Adelshoven. But I think
it was a good adventure in the game.
It was. We got to try out some new mods. We got to go ahead and demonstrate the joys or the misfortunes, however you want to talk about it, of teaming up. And it really, hopefully we had the opportunity to shed a light on some of this stuff. Some of the ways to go about doing things where, like potatoes, for example. Potatoes stink. But working together...
Potatoes isn't over yet for us.
Potatoes isn't over yet for us. Don't you worry about that. But it goes to...
hopefully we're gonna pass some more time in-game.
Yes.
On the Polo map than we did in this one.
Exactly. We kind of have some goals set for us for moving forward on everything. We have goals on what we need to do, on how we're going to go about doing it. But for the time being... we got to go move over by Grandma. That means all this stuff, we got to get rid of it. We got to sell it because we're gonna buy stuff over there and take care of stuff over there. But yeah, Taz, he's ready to go. He's ready to get some cleaning. He's ready to get some work done. So I tell you what, guys, how about you just let us go ahead. We'll get this stuff all cleaned up, and I tell you what, why don't you take a look at some of these mods that we've gone ahead and taken a look at, and we'll take care of this work over here. Yeah, so this little sweet mod here that we're using here allows us to go ahead and harvest the grapes by hand. It is by Rival AUT. I'll leave a link down below where you can find it because it's only for PC right now on a third-party site. And it's pretty darn slick. It allows us to go ahead and harvest all of these grapes by hand with these fancy little shears. And one thing Taz was telling me just a little bit ago is that once the plants wither, you can come rocking and rolling and prune them by hand. And I tell you what, it's actually pretty darn slick, I'd say, compared to, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because let's go in here for just 1 second. Yes. Oh, man, it is what it is, guys, but I'm glad to be back on here rocking and rolling. A couple of the changes, we have gone ahead and swapped out our truck, the C100 or whatever the heck it was we had before, and we have gotten ourselves the Kubota Sidekick. You betcha. Gotta love it. I absolutely love this. Both Taz and myself, as soon as we found out what was going to be involved in this, we quick messaged each other and said, hey, check this out. We're going to be able to ride around in style together. And that's exactly what we've gone ahead and done. Very, very impressed. Taz let me drive, so it's a lot of faith. A lot of faith. I tell you what, it's very, very cool. I love it. And you know what, guys? There's nothing like getting out in the field and do a little bit of plowing. You betcha, we're out here rocking and rolling, and somebody's got themselves a brand new ride. Yes, you betcha. There he is, rocking and rolling with his Belarus. Belarus. his new tractor. It's essentially like the bigger, badder version of the last one he just had. It's super cool, super, super cool. It is the MTC Belarus 1523 by Bear Farms. It is on Mod Hub, but it is only PC only. PC and Mac players only. It comes out at 70.29 megabytes to download, and let's take a quick little peek at that thing, because it's pretty darn cool. It's pretty darn cool here. $4,500, not too bad. 155 horsepower. And you do have a bunch of different options on what you want to do for all of this stuff on here. It really is pretty neat. The weights, the PTOs, you got the wheel setups, which we all kind of like that. You can have it set up to be able to spin and do the reverse driving, so that's an option for you. A couple different options for hoods, different models. Same thing with the steering wheel, you can change that. That's pretty cool. You don't see that all that often. And then obviously you can go ahead and throw down some hot decals in case you want to do a little drag racing. Of course, numbers, windshield design, just all sorts of stuff on there. GPS is kind of an us thing. And then you got your color of red that you can choose. You got your red 2, your red 3, 4, 5, 6, and all the way up to your red 11. It's absolutely spectacular. Oh, but it is a nice little workhorse. And like I said, it is up to 155 horsepower, which is a little bit more than we had last time on the other tractor. I don't know. We didn't really look at that too much yet. Pretty much just trying to get the mods on that we wanted to go ahead and do, update things that need to be updated, delete things that we don't want anymore. All in all, to make room for being able to purchase the stuff we want to do. Now, I am going to say this right now. I do apologize because I cannot remember to save my soul about any of this. This right here is the Class Dominator pack. It comes with several different Class Harvesters headers, and it comes with a header trailer. Let's take a look at that really quick, because I can at least show you, but I don't have the information in front of me what it is. You'll find that down below in the description, so just bear with me. I don't remember. It's been a while. It does come with a couple different harvesters here, from one coming in at 160 horsepower all the way to the biggest one at 270. We ended up getting this big dog right there to have ourselves rocking and rolling, so we do have that. It does not come with any headers, though. This is a separate pack that you actually have to get. It's the Class header pack. It comes with 3 different headers, not too shabby. One at 4.5 meters, one at 5.1, and then one at 6. It also does come with a header trailer for all these ones, so you got that going for you. Pretty darn slick right there. It does not come with a gray or a corn header, so this is actually one of the in-game ones, so that guy's nothing special. It's a my bad. So like I said, we got this thing. It was used, not too shabby. I will leave a description down below of the mod. I've been trying to go about doing that with all the mods that we're using on here. Pretty darn slick. I really do like this thing. I was actually very impressed with it, to be 100% honest with you. Now, I did end up getting the largest horsepower that we could possibly get for this thing. Which really wasn't a ton if you look at all horsepower things. Coming over here, we'll take a peek at this really quick. It does come here, the 10 Series 3. That's what this is, and it also comes with this guy as well. It's part of the same pack. You have the smaller one, which is 68 to 105 horsepower, and you have the one that's a little bit larger, which was 105 to 136. Now, how we paid 66 for this one, or how the price ended up being 66, we ended up throwing GPS. I got a front loader on it and whatnot. So it is pretty darn slick. The smaller one, the bigger one actually comes with a nifty silver Jubilee option, which is actually pretty darn slick. Yeah. Normally, you kind of need roosters. I'm just saying. You need roosters to make the magic happen in there. But either way, there we go. We got our chickens. Now, Taz, what did you want to go ahead and do for doing potatoes for planting? Did you have a specific planter in mind that you wanted to grab?
Let's check what we have on the Grimme pack.
Okay, let's go ahead and see here.
Okay, the question comes if you want to have fertilizer with it or not.
Okay, so we got some rippers here. Got a couple different planters right there. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying with fertilizer or not. I don't necessarily think we need to have fertilizer because we can do that after the fact. But I guess it doesn't really matter. It looks like it's the exact same planter, just one has
just
the fertilizer tank on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go with the simple one without fertilizer.
Okay, sounds good. Did you want to grab them or do you want me to?
You take.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get them then.
Oh, those are the hose.
All right, everyone. So we've gone ahead and sold everything off, gotten everything gone. The property is looking forward to its new owners. We haven't quite closed on a deal yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. But we've got everything out of here. Just grabbing our last little load before we head off to Pawava to help out Grandma on the farm. But, a lot of fun times on this map, Taz. A lot of fun times. It's crazy to think, and I get this way every time I look at a map and start to finish. I always am amazed on what has changed from when you first jump onto the map. I don't know if you get that same way, but for me, it's always just a really neat experience thinking about that.
I guess especially when you're starting to build your own stuff around.
Oh, heck yes, exactly.
All the factories and productions.
You betcha. You betcha. It really is a pretty neat... Oh, there are the brakes again. All right, looks like we're going. Oh, man, I tell you what, Taz, I like...
Lucky that Giants are making this game to be able to build your own farm.
Exactly.
As much as possible.
Exactly. Being able to customize everything, it's just super, super cool. Oh, what is that guy doing? All right, enough of this nonsense. Well, oh, man, guys, I tell you what, I've had an absolute blast on this map. I can't wait to see where the adventure continues and ends up happening over in Pawava. But if you guys like the series, go ahead, hit the like button on this one. Subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. It lets Taz and I know that you're liking what you're seeing, liking what you're hearing. Hit that notification bell, have it turned on and all. That way you know when the adventures of Taz and LockNutz continue on Pawava. Go ahead, share this one, share the first one, second one, any of one of these episodes. Go ahead and share them with friends, family, someone who likes to team up, maybe someone who's thinking about teaming up. Share it with them. I tell you what, guys, this is a lot of fun. And I tell you what, I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the future. I'm excited to see where things are going. I know Taz is too. But for myself and Taz, thanks for stopping by.